I'm gonna tell you all about this. So what happened is, oh, the light's doing weird shit. But what happened is that we got caught because I did that in that notebook, and the way it happened was I had cigarettes in my locker. I got caught with cigarettes in my locker. Pulled me down to the office without my coat or whatever, which is where they found them in my coat pocket. And then after that, they went back, got my coat, brought it down, and they went in the other pocket, and in the other pocket was a knife. And I know how that might sound to you, just, you know, don't pass judgment. I wasn't doing anything with the knife. I got the knife from a friend. It was a throwing knife, and I thought it was cool, so he's like, well, here, have it. So I put it in my coat pocket, and they found the knife in there, and I ended up getting expelled from school. I was 16, and yeah, that's pretty much where my life changed. I mean, I didn't get my ass beat or anything, but I mean, I should have. I got put on probation, couldn't see my friend for 6 months. My friend Sean, the one I was doing graffiti with. But see, what happened was they went back in my locker and they brought the notebook. They brought all my shit out of my locker. And the cop was sitting there paging through it, and he complimented me on my work and stuff like that, my different artwork that I had in there. And then he goes, oh, what's this? He showed me the page, and it was the wall that we had done, like, you know, the exact replica pretty much. And yeah, so they called all my friends in there, and nothing happened to them really, except for Sean. I think he had to pay restitution. They called everybody in there, everyone that I hung out with that they could think of, and yeah, whatever. But me and Sean were the ones that took the brunt of it. Yeah, and we had, you know, like I said, it was like a probation thing. They called it a consent decree or whatever, but yeah, so, but from then on, I had to go to counseling and all that for, you know, like, being a fuck up, I guess. And but what happened was I stopped smoking weed. I went to night school and day school, you know. They had, like, at the local college here at WWTC, and I straightened up for the most part. You know, I straightened up. I didn't quit smoking cigarettes, but, you know, I wasn't fucking around. I wasn't going being an idiot like I was when I was 16, and this was all the way up, you know, until 18 and a half or something, or 17 and a half. And when I went back to high school, I had, I don't know, I was on the honor roll. I don't know what my grade point average was, but it was huge, you know, and my dad was proud, and everything was cool. But then I started fucking up again because I was back in high school and started skipping school again and doing all the same shit that I was doing. And the only thing I could think of doing was, one of my friends dropped out, and I, you know, I was a kid. I was like, oh, I'm gonna drop out too, and I did. But the reason I dropped out was because I was fucking up so bad. So it's not like I just gave up, because I actually ended up graduating before my graduating class would, like, before I would have in high school. I went back to night school for like a month, and then I went and got my HSED, my high school equivalency diploma, and I was done with the test, like, that you got to take. I was done with that in like 2 hours. Everybody else was still in there. My friend that went with me, he took the same test. He was in there for like 2 hours longer than me. So whatever, that's me bragging a little bit. But anyway, all I'm saying as far as that goes is that was like a different turning point in my life, you know. I mean, I straightened up, and then I did, like, I mean, it didn't look like the right thing to do, you know, but it ended up being good because it straightened me up for the most part. So anyway, that's just a little bit of my life there, slowly opening up, I guess. And the reason I'm doing this, you know, sitting here telling you about personal shit, is I watched my cousin's videos yesterday, and she might not want me to, but if anybody's interested in seeing true talk, like, completely open and she's not ashamed of it at all. She talks about her cancer, and it's really sad, but at the same time it's great that she's talking about it. And I'll be honest, I didn't even know about it until I got online. Like, I don't think I ever heard about it from anyone in my family. I haven't seen her since back then when I was a dumb kid, and yeah. So, but anyway, she's funny and she sings. She sings really good. It's interesting, and her husband's pretty funny too. They got some videos on there where he's talking. He's a funny dude. So go check her out. Her name is Janabelle 126 or something like that. I'll put a link, over there. Yeah, so I don't really have too much else to talk about. I just wanted to share those few things, and I don't know. I'm proud of it. I think it looks good. But as far as color goes, I'm not going to add any color. I've never really been one to do that. It's a pain in the ass, and I'm colorblind anyway. So I mean, and when I say that, I mean that I can see colors, but I can't distinguish between them. Like, you've got purple here and blue here. I don't know which is which. Things like that. See, a lot of people think colorblind people just see like what you're seeing right now, just black and white. No, it's not like that. I mean, I can tell certain colors, but yeah, it's kind of a bitch, but you learn to live with it. So anyway, I'm checking out. Thanks for checking me out, and peace.